A religious leader, to question a person's faith is disgraceful.
Donald Trump firing back at the Pope tonight, calling the Pope disgraceful for calling out the Republican presidential frontrunner for his stance on immigration, specifically the wall he wants to build along America's border with Mexico. The Pope saying Trump can't be a Christian if he's into building walls instead of building bridges.
And one of America's top leaders in the Catholic Church was actually in our area when all of this went down. Cardinal Timothy Dolan was in Naples today. For In Your Corner's Michael Cadigan joins us live in the studio with more on how the Cardinal sees things.
Patrick, Amy, Cardinal Dolan was here for a scholarship dinner for Ave Maria students, but we asked him to educate us on the Pope Francis's dip into American politics. Pope Francis chimed in with his own thoughts on presidential candidate Donald Trump.
A person who thinks only about building walls, wherever they may be located, and not building bridges, is not a Christian. This man is not a Christian if he has said things like that.
Trump wasn't afraid to give a sermon of his own.
If and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which, as everyone knows, is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president.
Cardinal Timothy Dolan happened to be visiting Southwest Florida while this holy war of words broke out. He gave the Pope his blessing.
And all the Holy Father is trying to do is what I hear so many American people saying. Can we bring some civility? Can we bring some return to basic virtue and morality and goodness and decency?
But Trump was more upset about the Pope questioning his faith.
A religious leader, to question a person's faith is disgraceful.
Cardinal Dolan had a more relaxed attitude about the exchange.
The Holy Father knows a bit more about grace than Donald Trump would.
But in the end, voters will be the final judge. I asked some of these Ave Maria choir members whose words they'll be remembering when they go to the polls.
I would take into consideration what the church is saying, and of course do research on my own.
Trump did get some support today from his rivals in the Republican presidential primary. Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio said today the president's most important job is to keep the American people safe. Live in the studio, Michael Cadigan, Fox 4, In Your Corner.